Alright, what's going on, everybody? No crazy intros tonight. No dramatic build-up because Mr. Corey is no longer with us tonight. He is tied up at a previous engagement requirement, so we have the pirate radio version tonight with a special guest, the legendary coach himself, Jason Horne. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening. I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Good, man.
Pretty good. Good. So get right to it. What are you doing? What have you been up to, sir? What's been new in Mr. Horne's life since the exodus out of Buffalo?
I got a job down here in Texas.
All right.
What part of the country of Texas?
So currently I am in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Dallas-Fort Worth, yeah.
Just a little north of it. So.
All right.
But that hasn't panned out so well. So now I'm kind of in the limbo stage of, as they call it, unemployment.
Gotcha.
That's wonderful.
So are you a free agent? Can we have a shameless plug to find Jason Horne a job?
Yeah.
Look at
this. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
there we go.
Mentor, a judge.
Hey,
a coach of the Raiders.
We gotta worry about here.
Anybody out there need a football coach or a installation coach or an
your whole team? You never have mishaps again.
Hey, Cody. I'm gonna chop up his last name, but you might not. Cody Mudfor. How do you know his name? Drift.
Mugfor. You're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? He's a football player and he's a glass installer. That would be your perfect spot.
Okay.
Coach in football and help him install. So do you have any job offers on the table right now or anything coming up?
I have a possibility back towards the East Coast. So I'll see those people this week, talk with them, hang out with them for a little bit. But otherwise, nothing's locked in stone or anything like that. So
gotcha.
Just kind of.
You mean Eric hasn't reached out to offer an olive branch and say, Jason, would you like a job?
Which Eric?
From Equalizer.
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't know.
No, I have tried to mend some fences, and so we just go from there. But as far as where I'm going to be next, who knows? I was hoping this was going to be my last stop, but that didn't work out. I like it here in Texas. I really do. It's a nice place. I'm not too far from some good riding. So.
I know you got that badass trail over there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's fun. Yeah.
I got watching some videos on YouTube. I went down a little rabbit hole on some downhill videos and stuff. That shit's wild, man.
Super intense.
Super intense. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go in about 2 weeks, and I'm trying to figure out, because all I have is the chest mount right now, so I gotta come up with a different mount for the bike to get a little better.
What about right in front of the handlebar?
You got a helmet, right?
Yeah, I can put on the helmet.
Get a helmet mount. That way it's not so, bouncy, I guess. I mean, it's got stabilization, but.
Yeah.
Do you have a backpack on?
What's that?
Do you have a backpack on?
No.
Yeah, camel pack, nothing for water, nothing like that. Water. See, because they have a strap one you can put on your. They have it right. Yeah.
No, it's only about a 2 minute shot down to the bottom of the hill. So.
Oh. Did you ever get to do any trail time when you were out here in Arizona last, or no?
No.
Yeah.
No, well, I didn't have my bike or anything. I mean, trying to think when I was there, I did some hiking the one time I was there. I think back in February of last year.
Yeah.
When I came out. Somewhere along the line. Anyways, yeah. But no, I didn't get to hop on the bike anywhere. So.
Nice.
But ultimately, at the end of the day, we'll, see where the wind blows me, I suppose.
pretty much
end up.
I pretty much open to whatever in the industry for the most part. I mean,
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, if I have to get back into installing, I got no problem with that. How physically how much I can do it. That's a different story.
Yeah, preach to the choir right there.
As long as I can, I guess, as long as I can throw on the handicap sticker on the van, I'm okay. I can park in the handicap spots.
I went to go pick up a part the other day, and the guy was like, "Man, how many do a week? 10? I mean, how many do a day? 10, 15?" I go, "A week, maybe."
Jesus. Yeah, right. Oh, Christ.
Man, no, thank you. I'm done with that shit. So, what's up with you, Drift? What's going on in your life, man?
Me, I'm trying to get some chickens. I'm getting a turtle. I'm
Nice.
planting some vegetables. Yep. Trying to.
Stop using deodorant.
What's that?
Stop using deodorant. Wear Birkenstocks.
We don't have to go that far.
Put some dreads in.
I'm still a little far from over there.
No dreads, no hemp clothes.
No.
You're not going full Mendocino County yet? Not yet?
Hey, I'm in California, man. You never know. There might be a lockdown again, so I gotta prepare this time. I said, screw it. I'm gonna have my own vegetables and shit. Like spinach, cabbage, the whole nine, Whatever. I'm eating it off the plant.
So you can do chickens for the eggs?
Yeah, chickens for the eggs, yeah. Like try and do like 4 chickens.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
You ever got a goose? Goose eggs are good.
No.
An egg will feed a family. Like seriously, you can make an omelet out of one egg.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, we had goose when we had a couple geese when I was a kid. Geese, rabbits, chickens. Yeah. My parents were hippies too.
Yeah, we're doing like a dry turtle. We just got the tank set up, and then I'm trying to build like a little pond in the back. Do like 3 turtles there. Water.
So what's with the turtle? I understand the chickens and whatnot, but
I have no idea. Just kind of randomly like got on the turtle thing and just started watching a bunch of videos about turtles and shit, and got I was like, man, okay. They live a long time. We don't want to get another dog, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to get another cat. We're just kind of not over the animals, but like, it's a different commitment more so as far as like the training and everything like that, and some of the care.
But I love my dogs, but Cynthia and I have both said that when our dogs pass, that we're probably gonna take a break for a while because it's a burden in a lot of things. Like we want to travel and shit.
Yeah, it's harder with stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's nice here is if I have to go somewhere, lock the door and out the door I go.
Yep, turtles are easy, just like this. So and they live up to like these little ones we're looking at like 50 years, and then you get some of these bigger ones and they're like 90 to 120 years. This guy's telling me.
Yeah.
Oh, I went to a dude's house one time, one of the outlying cities, up by Lake Havasu, and dude had basically like a desert tortoise sanctuary in his backyard.
Yes, they don't even need no water away from them.
Crazy. What he did is he built this big ass tank like thing out of cement, and then full of dirt, so that way they could make burrows, but they could never really get out.
That's sick.
And it was big. I mean, it was like 12 by 12 feet, and he had 2 turtles. So, they just making their own little shit in his backyard is pretty dope.
Habitat right there. Hell yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
They
got like 2-3 feet long, like big.
Yeah. The big. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, these things were, they're 12 inches big. I mean, those things were pretty big. Desert tortoises.
Yeah.
The weather in Dallas right now.
Today was a beautiful day. It was probably in the 60s. Yesterday was like crazy windy, but it was like right around 80 or so. It was a nice day out, but just really windy out. But it's supposed to be super nice out. Today was nice, and tomorrow and next couple of days.
It was like 75 at the high.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't. I don't think it quite got to there here today, but it was nice.
Yeah,
let's see. Currently,
at the end of the week.
Let's see here. It is 67 degrees. Yep.
That's not too bad.
20% humidity.
How many?
20%.
Jesus. That's dry.
I know. It's Arizona. What'd you expect? Hey, you guys get a lot of rain drift?
We're about to start. We just had our first one on Saturday, and then we have rain on supposed to be like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
They keep promising rain.
Yeah, who knows though? I never listen. It's the Apple map on my phone, and I only trust that about half the time. So if they say it's gonna rain 3 days, it might rain like a half a day. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, you guys got anything going on Thanksgiving?
Staying here.
Staying here all by
Yeah. Well, I was. My thought was to stay here for Thanksgiving and then get a couple bucks aside and then fly home for Christmas. But that will not happen.
That sucks.
Depends on where I'm at. So that's
your life has definitely been a roller coaster, Mr. Horne. Since right before you met me.
Somewhat self-inflicted.
Yeah. Crazy. I mean, I just think back to that day at Pilkington when I first talked to you and Kim.
I remember it was yesterday.
And where we're standing at today, how much we've all been through.
A little bit, yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
Wow. Life goes on, I guess.
Everything's been good. Everything happens for a reason,
You're 100% correct. That's definitely what I think. I mean, shit happens for a reason.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, definitely. So, and also for me, definitely having to learn from my experiences. So, I think that is super important. Learning from it and growing from it.
Yeah.
So last week,
yes,
you were going to be a judge, right? You had reached out.
Tentatively, I still am.
Okay.
But
when did the decision come down to reschedule? Was it like last Thursday or so?
So no, I haven't seen anything as far as. So when did they reschedule again?
Yeah, again for June.
Oh, so now they pushed it back to June.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess I'm assuming it's because Florida changed their restrictions on crowd gatherings.
Okay.
But I'm going to Orlando still. I have a vacation that I can't reschedule, so oh well.
Oh, for January.
Yeah, we planned the whole family to go.
Oh, so. That's nice, but it sucks that
Yeah.
You're going for that, but at least you get to hang out with the family.
Yeah, we get to go.
I don't know why they don't they might as well just postpone it till September now.
Yeah, just scrap it completely, and just
do to just get rid of the whole 2020 part of it. You know what I mean? Like skip straight to the 21.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So no, I did not know that. That's the first I've heard that's jumping to June.
Well,
so.
somebody, one of the guys in the group who's over in Carolina is messaging me, and I didn't know anything about it. And then he told me that someone who will remain nameless mentioned it. So then I asked Corey, and since Corey's kind of like in the inner circle of shit now, so
he probably has a booth. So I think he would.
Well, they're a sponsor. Delta's the main chip repair sponsor this year.
Oh.
Yep.
Not Glasswell.
Yeah.
Nope. Delta.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Badass.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many years have you been a judge?
Gosh, that's good. Let me think. 5 or 6, maybe.
Okay.
This is 20. So, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, like 5 or 6, something like that.
Okay. How many times did you compete?
Twice.
Did you win both times?
No, just the first time. No, 3 times. Hold on. Okay, this is what happens when you get old.
You won the second time.
The second time I won.
Okay.
So I competed in 2000 when it first started, 2005. Because Jeff Olive won the first year, and then 2007 is when I won. So 3 years, 3 or 4 years, something like that. Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Shoot.
Out of all the guys that you've seen at the competition, and they don't even have to win, everybody that you've seen. Hold on a second. Pause it. Let me get my lights back.
Got to pay the electricity bill.
Sorry. Edit. Anyways, out of all the guys you've seen compete, they don't have to win, is there any installer that like totally blew your mind?
Nobody really stands out because they're all at that level up here. Because they know what they have to do for the competition. So, nobody really stands out per se, just because it's so difficult, because it does when it comes to judging, it can be just a matter of a handful of points to determine the winner, if even that.
All right, I got another question for you then. Have you ever seen an installer do something that was like so like what the fuck, like?
Okay, that was my question too, right there.
Totally like what the fuck, like
ever seen?
You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yes.
Silicone spray on a pinch weld, something.
Well,
crazy. You know what I mean? Fucking like, what the hell are you doing?
Probably the one that sticks out, and I wasn't a judge. I was competing at the time, but I was on the sidelines. It was somebody else's heat, and he ran the bead on the glass 3/4, and then on the firewall ran it on the car.
No.
Okay, the hybrid.
A lot of people do that shit in real life. It's stupid. Yeah. I was gonna say, wait, if you're doing that, okay, you're retarded, but that's besides the point.
So that didn't go over well. So.
Really?
Well, I mean, here I competed. The guy in the first heat was sitting on the dashboard, blue. That was awesome.
Oh, okay. Well, if you think we don't see it, we do see it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But sometimes there's, like your situation. I can't watch you because we work together. So therefore, I tell the other judges, okay, I got to stay down here. So sometimes there are things that happen that, they'll tell me about or they'll see, and I never get to see it because I work with whoever was
I can't wait for it to be on this side of the Mississippi because I'm gonna do it again.
I think you should.
And I'm gonna rock that shit.
Yeah, I'm waiting until
you will.
East Coast too, and I'm gonna hit it too.
Yeah, I ain't trying to drive all my shit halfway across the country again.
I've watched half of the couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it. She prepared too. Sorry, everyone.
Well, I don't know. I think as far as location, I think a good spot would be the Dallas area. It's easy to get into.
It is
centrally located for everybody.
Dallas or Vegas?
Vegas. Vegas is easy to get to too.
Yeah, Dallas would be real sweet though. You'd get a lot of people from everywhere because it'd be so.
Well, center. It's the biggest, most center city.
Yeah. Yep. And it's a major hub for pretty much all the airlines.
And they have the capacity to handle convention space and stuff like that.
Yep.
When I was in San Diego a few weeks back, we stayed in a hotel right next to the convention center over there.
Yeah.
That's in a really good spot, but again, it's a whole other side of the country biased, just like Orlando is.
Yeah, just like we are. We're not going that way. They're not coming this way. So
yeah.
Somewhere super central would be sick.
Well, it's tough sometimes. I mean, you got to figure trying to, I guess, keep things lively too, instead of thinking, oh, we're going to do the same spot every year. But
Yeah, true.
Well, you know, California would be good because of so many people come from Asia. You know what I mean? All the Koreans come. And
Okay, yeah.
Probably would be
come into LA anyways, you know, and then split off.
yeah, you might be able to attract more of the Asian market coming. Who knows? I mean, whatever.
San Diego definitely be a nice location. That's a beautiful city.
Oh yeah, I might actually show up one time.
Right?
Fucking flake ass motherfuckers.
It's so crazy.
You got the big balls.
Well, you knew though. You knew in 2019 they were not going to show face after that documentary came out.
The documentary came out and then they were going to show up? No.
Oh no, they would have been. They would have got it. See now, by now, whenever they finally get around to have another convention, I think it'll be cooled off by now because there'll be so many other. But I know a few people are going to come out.
YG be popping it off, reminding everyone. You know what I'm saying? We get real up in your face over this shit. We don't forget. It's our industry.
So, did you see what I posted? That their Benson is now selling glue.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I didn't see that one. I follow them too, and I see all their posts, but I didn't see that one yet.
Yeah, they because all the shitty ass hacks that are in Phoenix, there's no 838. So they were all using P2G, but then that's even too expensive for them. And they all got sausage guns, so they can't use like 428, thank God. So now this Benson shit came out. Yeah. I saw some pictures of it. It looks like shit. Super shiny too. I mean, shiny.
Is it primerless?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
I mean, those apps don't buy Palmer anyway.
But they don't have it in stock, so.
Yeah. Just use a secret primer. It works.
It's like I think it was Stephanie and down where in Texas maybe with Vitro. They had like just given her some random glue, no primer, no nothing, and no label. Like,
well, when I was at Equalizer and traveling around doing some shows, there were a couple people that I ran into, and literally they would have a urethane. Okay, they liked the urethane, but they didn't like the primer, so they used the other manufacturer's primer, vice versa. And I'm like, oh
yeah.
Jesus.
I'm like, you really can't do that. You shouldn't do it, and you can't do it.
I have had supervisors tell me, just do that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like the last little companies I worked at before I went totally independent, shitty places.
Hey, this is the only way you will ever get a pass on using a primer with a different glue. And that is if you have like the most perfect cutoff line and you only have scratches outside of your glue. So you're putting your glue on top of your glue, Hey, I'll give you a pass on that if you got to use some secret primer and use some Dow glue. You better make that shit look good, though.
I can't give you a pass because that's
but we'll edit that out. Corey, cut tape. Corey, cut tape. All right.
Oh, see, and at the end of the day, maybe you get away with it, maybe you don't. But what when I'm training people and teaching people and whatnot, my biggest thing is, what if you're drawn into court? That's the whole thing, and that's where, when we were all at dinner last year and Christian was getting intense about the round bead, and it was like, maybe your round bead works. That's fantastic. But what happens when you go to court? That's my biggest thing.
It's always what if. Everyone with their liabilities, even with the ADOS now, they have waivers for the ADOS, and it's still like, that's not going to really help you. There's still that what if.
Got to cover your butt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, it's your why are you leaving money on the table? Like, I don't get it.
Oh, with ADOS?
With ADOS, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, might as well do it.
You got yours now, didn't you? You've had yours for a little bit, haven't you?
No, I actually don't personally do it. I have.
Oh, okay.
I I was on the cusp of getting it right before all this, and I'm glad I didn't, because with COVID, I would have been up shit's creek.
Yeah.
With that extra expense. But I have a company here local to me that when it first all happened, started to come out, they jumped on it real quick. The grandfather was a glass guy, and then the dad was a glass guy but didn't like it. And so when he saw the out to get into the ADOS, he did that. And then he has his son, and now they have a big operation with like 4 or 5 mobile guys plus an in-shop.
Oh, shit.
And all they do is calibration, and I'm like their second or third customer or something like that. So they give me really good prices, and I have really good customer service. And
that's good.
They give me net 30 to pick up.
Oh, good. Shit. Yeah, no, because definitely more and more cars are coming out with it.
They leave me enough.
Only a matter of time.
Every time there's more meat on the bone for me facilitating it.
Yeah.
So, and then I got another buddy who just got an ADOS system, and he's got a shop on the other side of town from me. So if I got a job that, is close to there, we can do it there. Or if it's a job that only Alltel can do and Optiane can't.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I got options.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to ask you. So you got two different kind of options. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right. I know I'm in a unique situation. I know there's guys in shittier spots, glass options and all this other stuff. I get it. But man, if you have the means, why not do it? Like, there's guys here who have the means to do it, and they choose not to.
Yeah.
They tell the customers same shit service advisors do. Oh, you don't need to do it, blah, blah, blah. Whatever.
I mean, it's like you said, at the very least, you're leaving money on the table. And,
you think it's stupid, even if you think calibration is the stupidest thing ever to hit auto glass. If someone's going to say, here, make a couple phone calls, and I'm going to give you a couple $100.
Yeah. I mean, here in Dallas, when we were training, they get some franchisees in, and they would purchase the system, and we train on that a little bit. And they're not difficult. The static ones aren't that difficult. I mean, they're just a matter of measuring this and that, and it can be a little time consuming, but you figure for what it pays for the time you're putting into it, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you get the dynamics where, okay, well, we're just going to, slap the computer in there and drive down the road for a little bit, and boom.
Yeah.
Done.
I mean, if you're a company and you already have a shop and you have employees, it would be asinine to not do it. Yeah. I can see if you're a guy like Chris or myself who are home-based, no shop.
Yeah.
I do 95% of my work, or sometimes I got somebody to help me, but I have nobody else.
All right.
So, and I had a conversation with Donnie up in Reading, and he's like, well, if you don't have anybody to do the calibration and you don't already have a building, you're adding on expense and you're taking away time. He's like, if you only need the space, but you have an employee to do it so you can keep installing, but you're going to take away. And if you have a service provider to do it for you already, it's not broken, why try to fix it?
Yeah.
But
I mean, obviously it's expensive. I mean, from a business owner, you've got to figure out how can I recoup that as quick as possible, Yeah. And it's tough for some of these guys.
There again, everybody who's bought one, I haven't heard one person say I bought this and I made no money.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. It's easy to make your money back. It's really easy to make your money back. $10,000. I mean, $20,000. Whatever. However you get your setup. I mean, still not that much. Yeah. You can make it back easily once a week, and
if you get, if you on the average you get 500, which you can. I know there's some insurance companies, a couple that say that block it off, but at the very least you're getting $300.
Yeah. On like 275 is the lowest on anything I've seen.
I mean, and honestly, if you bill correct, I mean, I get $650 regularly all the time. It's just you got to just play the game.
I think with that stuff is, you mean, get it, because I'm sure dealerships, whatever they're charging, probably isn't cheap. But I suspect it's only a matter of time till, just like with repairs for insurance companies, they're going to start trying to figure out, okay, start dictating what you're going to pay. That's the downside.
They did.
Well, some companies do.
Okay.
Yeah, Geico does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does. And State Farm will price you. You to get the approval of State Farm. The way I've had to do it is I tell them a price, and they go call. And then they say whatever. And I've only had one with them where the dealership was too cheap, and that was on a Hyundai. And I can't believe a Hyundai dealership would do a calibration for $145.
Holy cow!
Wow.
Talk about shooting yourself in the fucking foot.
Maybe you don't have to drive it or do nothing. Maybe you just plug it in and read.
Well, but there's been dealerships here that have been accused of just plugging in and wiping the ECU and then
the codes.
Yeah. And not really doing it.
Wow.
Yeah, but you're still getting, even with the insurance companies dictating, you're still getting decent money for it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said $275 minimum.
I mean,
max.
At least I've only had that Honda's only one where I lost money. Every other one I've make at least $100, and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
See, and then another problem is too. A lot of these guys are either using funding companies or they're living job to job, and they got to invoice everything rapidly, and they can't wait the couple days to get the calibration done.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm always sitting on probably 10 invoices. I just see it as money in the bank too, so you just drag it out. And as long as you've got progression of money, if you're operating your business, back to our Michael Mack podcast, if you're operating a legit business, you should have coffers of money somehow, either cash or lines of credit or credit cards or some kind of working capital to your business. But a lot of guys who say calibration's dumb are the ones who are going through companies like Lightning Capital, who have to have the job instantly fucking invoiced. Yeah.
Capital. Thank you for calling Lightning Capital.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. It's like you're the hooker going up to the pimp. Will you please pimp me? I mean, that's all it is. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe there's people actually fall for that shit.
Hey, people fall for like windshields.org and shit like that like put phone numbers in your own cities, and then you pay them for the calls that you normally would have already gotten. So
yeah. And most of those are just cash quotes or people looking for rebates. It's basically another Yelp, a useless fucking service.
Yeah. Just another one, yeah. Main Street actually fucking partnered with glass.com or something. So now
Finder or whatever or something.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Shop or some.
Those services like myguy.com and things like, and those Garage Fly and stuff like that. Have you ever looked into those things, Chris, to get referral lists, like Angie's List, stuff like that, but for mechanic services?
No.
Yeah. I mean, you hear the commercials as a customer, you think it's all super legit, but then when you're a company and then you know what the deal is, it's just like the Better Business Bureau. You're just paying them for them to tell you it's good. Hey, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'll be real with you. Better Business Bureau, I think it's a crock of shit, but I live in the snowbird market. People like that shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I got my sticker right on my door.
I canceled my shit like a couple months ago, and they didn't, and they're still charging me. So I was like, fuck it, whatever. Just roll with the stupid shit then.
You know what? You can go on there and you can edit your page and everything and make it look more not so plain like everything else.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. I was just fucking around. I found that shit out.
Now I got a shop that tried to pull some shady shit on me. Tried to write some bad shit about me on there. I didn't do anything bad, but they tried to say I was keeping their money and everything. After I installed a '66 Mustang gasket windows.
Yeah.
Then he said they were gonna fall out because we didn't put the chrome in. They were gonna fall out, so they just took them out just to be safe, and then wanted me to come back and put them back in.
The windows are gonna fall out because the chrome was on.
Yep. After the then.
You know what's funny? As we're slowly modifying the F-150.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a lift kit on it and some big ass 35s, and we're gonna put a big old wrap on it, like a promotional vehicle.
Okay.
And I got a customer who, as a living, works on off-road suspension.
Nice.
And he's helping me out with all of it. And to put 35s on, you gotta cut. They call it a crash bar. And on the aluminum F-150, better crash rating, they added like a 12-inch piece of aluminum that extends out from the frame right behind the bumper, between the bumper and the tire. So to get 35s or bigger, you got to cut that shit. And at first, I was like, I don't want to cut shit. But I thought, dude, and the dude's like, the dude was like, no, everybody, if you see an F-150 with 35s or bigger, it's cut. Everybody fucking does it.
Uh-huh.
And then I started thinking, and I'm like, well, shit. I tell people just to trust my expertise. Why the fuck? So we're gonna cut it. But I had to step back for a minute and check.
You don't need that urethane in there. It's fine. Just a little.
Or you
bit.
just ask someone else. Just ask other people.
No, I did. No, I went on YouTube and I went on all kinds of places, and it's like.
It verified?
Huh?
You verified?
Oh yeah, like everybody. There's all how-to videos, and you go everywhere, and you go on forums and.
All right, so it's legit. You ain't got to worry.
Yeah. There's even bolts in there where you can unbolt it and pull it out if you want to take other shit apart. But a lot of guys just cut it and cap it. So.
All right.
But my point of the whole story was that how we expect people to trust our expertise.
Yes.
When we talk to them, but then we go around and we put ourselves on the other side of the curtain as a consumer, and then we start questioning everything.
I do 99% of everything else myself, but no matter what it is around the house, the yard, the cars, granted my buddy's worked on them recently, but everything else, I lost what I was saying there.
Well, you're saying how you work on your own shit, but you also got like old box Chevys and shit. Shit's easy to work on.
Box Chevy's gone now.
Well, I know.
Oh man, that's horrible.
Got bands and shit.
The what?
Have you tried to change the oil on a new F-150?
No.
No, yeah, you don't. You just go to the dealership and you pay the $20 labor to have them do it.
Jesus.
Yeah, the deal, like I buy my own oil at Costco. I buy Mobile One at Costco. You can get 6 quarts for $27.
Oh, okay.
That's hella cheap.
Jeez, I haven't changed oil on anything for I don't know how long.
Yeah, and then the dealership charged me $30 labor with the oil filter. So.
Yeah, I just changed the oil in my car this weekend. I just went to Valvoline. I say fuck it because I think, okay, first thing I need to do is I need to get a container to drain it into.
Yep.
Then I need to get the filter. Then I need to get the oil, probably 6 quarts of oil. Then once I do all that, then I got to figure out where I'm going to take the old oil. Where it's like, okay, for $40, I'll let you fuckers do it and worry about the shit.
Exactly. Yeah, screw that. That's not taking. Chris wants to say he's taking away our man card or something for not changing our oil.
Hey, there's certain things that are just easier and just less of a hassle. Just having someone do it.
I'm helping the economy out. I'm helping somebody with a job.
Hey, they gotta pay for their Snap-on tools.
Right? Yeah, that Snap-on bill's hard when you're making $14 an hour changing oil. So.
Yeah, you gotta fall out though. You can't be looking like a fucking Harbor Freight oil changer out here. What the hell?
Oh, dude, Dude, I took every plaque. I'm trying to cover up everything on my toolbox that would make it look like a Harbor Freight box. Dude, I want a Snap-on box so bad, but I got bigger things to do. I'm trying to buy a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about getting a box, but all the boxes that I want are like $5K, and
Jesus.
my Snap-on guy will only float 2 without doing the actual Snap-on credit because the interest rate is terrible on Snap-on credit. So he'll only float 2. So I'm like, all right, well, come up with 3.
Well, the Snap-on box I want 2 racks, and I was thinking about getting business credit.
Yeah, the credit, it's easy to get the credit from them, the credit line, but you can get a fat credit line, but their interest rate sucks on it.
Yeah, I'm not going to stretch it out. I would pay it off quick. I just want to my end game is to buy my vet through my business. So I'm trying to build up as much business credit as I can. Because, you know.
Okay. The CBA vet.
Here's my toolbox right here. That's it.
Yeah, you're not doing quite as much stuff as Chris and I though.
No.
Dude, that
mobile shop rolling around.
Dude, that Tesla I did on Friday, that motherfucker already chipped.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna do a chip repair tomorrow on it. It's hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy bought it used, and I don't know who changed the window before, but they put them big old golf balls of glue in the corner.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I hate those people. Oh man.
More is not better.
No.
Not always.
Never ever. So, Jason.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about something else. Back to your bike riding.
Okay.
What are you riding right now?
Intense M9.
Okay.
FRO for racing.
Is that like full suspension, front and rear, carbon fiber frame?
No carbon fiber frame, aluminum frame. 8 inches up front and adjustable up to 9 in the back, 9.5.
So
geometry is adjustable.
So I'm kind of like a half-assed novice. I know GT used to make a lot of the shocks. They made those rock shocks, right, for the front.
Yeah. So
are there more companies now making stuff, or?
Oh yeah. So it's the technology with some of this shit is just redunculous. Fox, you're familiar with Fox. They make some just retarded insane suspension. You could literally spend almost probably over $2,000 just in suspension.
Wow, how much money you got?
Well, right now $100, and I'm paying off my nephew because it's my nephew's bike. So, but I actually just bought
suspension for his car.
So I just got, I just changed the rear shock on it. What did I do? I put brake pads and different handlebars on it, wider, grips and pedals, simple things. That's about it.
So I mean, like, how much is it? It's a very expensive bike you're riding, or?
Brand new, because it's like 6-7 years old, something like that. It was probably $5 or $6,000 at the time when it was brand new.
A lot of money.
It was high end back then.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, Intense is a California company.
So if you wanted to go in and buy the Phantom of mountain bikes, the Murcielago of mountain bikes, what are you getting? And how much are you spending?
Jesus, that's like trying to say, okay, what kind of exotic sports car are you going to get? There's so many of them to choose from, for Christ's sake.
Well, Jason Horne, what are you doing?
God, that's a good question. Because if someone said, here's money, go buy what you want, it'd take me a little while, because there's just, you first obviously want to find something that looks good, but then it's like, okay, there are truly a lot of good bikes out there. I mean, the company Intense, the bike I have now is a really good company. Trek is definitely a good name.
I mean, like, what are you spending? 10, 15 grand?
No. For me, let's say, okay, if I wanted to buy something, I'd figure on spending for a good quality for what I want it to do and what I need it to do, $4 grand, 4,500. And that's like,
Not bad.
that's like mid range. That'll for the most part, that'll still be aluminum frame, but just new parts. It's just a new bike. But carbon fiber is actually coming down. I mean, years ago when it first came out, it was just ridiculous expensive, but now it's, yeah.
I one time said he had an $8,000 frame.
I believe it.
But this was about 10 years ago too. So I mean, oh, there goes the lights again. I got dark again. It's still standing over here in the garage in my mess. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna buy me a bike. I'm not gonna spend that kind of money though. I was looking at. I want to get a 29-inch single speed, like a BMX bike, just a big frame, big wheel.
Okay, yeah.
GT and Haro Redline makes some good ones.
Yep.
PK Ripper makes a really badass one, but they're like $1,000, $1,500. I ain't spending that much money.
Yeah.
I'm trying to spend like $500-$600 tops.
Yeah. Well, Haro is a big name for BMX.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I had dynos and Haros and had a Hutch, Schwinn, all kinds of shit. I was big into BMX. I didn't ride skateboard. I rode BMX.
Yeah.
Definitely did both.
Riding through construction sites and shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, the tunnel that goes through downtown Phoenix on the 10. When I was in junior high, that was under construction.
Okay.
There's big drainage tunnels in there. Shit, we'd run through the pipes and shit on our bikes, jackasses.
That stuff to me is fun. Just start finding that shit and just jumping and carrying on and just blasting through shit.
Hey, when the convenience stores had video games in them, and we would ride our bikes to convenience store to play video games. Riding your bikes everywhere you're not supposed to ride them, and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just doing innocent kid shit.
Mm-hmm. Get back when you could do that stuff.
Yeah.
Not something nowadays.
Yeah. Now girls are selling crack. You know what I mean? Kids aren't kids anymore. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So hopefully in about 2 weeks or so, I'll get back to riding and I'll try and get another video going, post it up there on my page.
We'll look forward to that one.
Yeah. So, but it's fun. Where I go, it's fun. It's just it's fun to see all the different people that come to this place, families. Okay. So here's something I just thought it was just really neat. It just was fucking awesome. Was this guy was there with his wife and they had their baby with them. Not even 2 years old. Okay. But he had a seat in front of him on the frame and he had a little thing below where he put his feet in and his feet were strapped in and the kid was just sitting there riding, holding on and just having a good old time. Yeah. It was totally cool. And they were coming down, the easy trails and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was just totally badass to just, bring the family out and everybody's having a good time.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then there are people with bikes that they probably shouldn't be there with those bikes, but yeah, they're having fun. What the heck?
Funny. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to cut this off because I still got paperwork to do. So
Cool.
it was talking to you, Jason.
Yeah.
Jason Horne, legend, coach.
Okay.
After Phoenix, you know to hit me up, of course.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Corey fixed this up for us.
All right.
So,
That's cool. All right. See ya.
Later, guys.